Welcome everyone to the Kenya Wanam Notam Movement Podcast, or KWM for short.
Great to be here.
Today we're doing a deep dive, really getting into something I think is quite transformative for Kenya. It's a fresh perspective from KWM's own article, Stop Blaming, Start Building, The Real Kenyan Revolution.
That's right. And our mission today really is to unpack the core philosophy behind the KWM. It challenges those traditional ways we think about change, doesn't it?
It really does. It champions this grassroots action-first approach.
Exactly.
And here's the interesting part, the hook.
Uh.
This isn't some far-off political theory. It's about a quieter revolution, one that's maybe already happening, and crucially, it involves you, the listener.
It's immediate. It's tangible. It starts right where you are. Less about grand pronouncements, more about consistent local effort.
Yeah, it redefines revolution almost, not shouting, but doing.
It's a shift in mindset, fundamentally, from being, passive observers to active builders, focusing on results, not just rhetoric.
Okay, so let's unpack that first big challenge the article throws down. It goes straight for what feels like, a national pastime in Kenya sometimes. Finger pointing.
Ah, yes, the blame game. We've all seen it.
We have. And the KWM article is pretty blunt. It argues that blaming, maybe easy, is just profoundly unproductive. It says point blank, blaming each other has never built a school.
Never fixed a hospital.
Never created jobs, doesn't fix potholes, doesn't hire teachers. It just doesn't build anything.
Right. And what's fascinating, or maybe critical, is why they call blame a dead-end road. It's not just a clever phrase.
Yeah.
No, they see it as this systemic energy drain. The article says this blame cycle has locked Kenyans in the same painful cycle for decades.
Decades, wow.
And the really stark message is, unless the cycle is broken, nothing will change. Nothing. It literally consumes the energy needed for solutions.
So it's like a solution blocker in itself. You're so busy pointing fingers, you can't actually pick up a tool.
Yeah, precisely. You're externalizing the problem constantly, so you never take ownership, personally or as a community. It's a loop.
That really makes you pause, doesn't it? And think, honestly, how much energy do you listening spend on blaming in our jobs, our neighborhoods?
What if that energy went somewhere else?
Exactly. Which leads right into maybe the boldest claim in the whole piece. Nobody is coming to save Kenya.
That one definitely stands out. It sounds almost harsh at first.
A little bit. But reading it, it feels less like pessimism and more like a rallying cry. They're very clear who won't save Kenya.
Yeah, they list them. The UN, the IMF, celebrity international donors. Nope.
Nope, none of them. It's a deliberate dismantling of that idea of waiting for outside help.
And this raises such a crucial point, Why is that statement such a fundamental shift? Historically, Kenya, like many places, has often looked outwards, right?
Right. For aid, for solutions, for validation sometimes.
But this KWM message flips that script entirely. It puts the power, the responsibility squarely back into the hands of Kenyans.
The article says, the only people who can save Kenya are Kenyans themselves. You, your neighbors, your friends.
Exactly. The solutions for safer streets, better hospitals, jobs, working services, they're right here, not overseas. It's about recognizing the power you already have.
It's self-reliance, but maybe even more. It's like self-belief, recognizing capacity.
It's taking responsibility, moving from waiting to acting, a declaration of self-determination, really.
Owning the problem, but crucially, owning the solution too.
Yes.
So, okay, if we accept that, how does this mindset shift actually become action? Because the article also tackles that frustrating gap, doesn't it, between complaining and doing.
Oh, absolutely. The online complaining crap. We've all seen it, maybe even done it.
Guilty as charged sometimes, I think. You feel like you're contributing by firing off an angry tweet or sharing something on WhatsApp.
Yeah, but the article is pretty brutal about that. Scrolling through WhatsApp forwards won't clean rivers.
Sharing angry tweets won't build schools.
Complaining on Facebook won't feed hungry children. It really hammers home that complaints without action will always lead nowhere.
And outrage without a plan is wasted energy. It's a strong call out of performative activism, isn't it?
It is. And connecting this to the bigger picture, KWM suggests something quite counterintuitive. The loudest voices in Kenya often do the least.
Interesting. Not about silencing people, but about where real impact happens.
Exactly. They argue the real revolution is happening quietly. Not the grandstanding, not the media frenzy, not the political games.
So where's it happening then?
It's happening in small groups, local meetings, honest conversations. Crucially, no cameras, no press, no politicians.
Okay, so what does that look like? What are the steps?
The article gets really practical here. It says start a WhatsApp group, organize a local cleanup, Bring people together, name the problems, assign tasks, set dates.
Simple, direct actions.
Very. And the message is that this quiet, consistent, organized work is what actually changes nations. That one small action beats years of shouting online.
It really forces you to think, okay, where is my energy going? Am I just shouting online, or am I actually doing one small thing?
That's the question, isn't it? Complainer or builder?
So if we want to be builders, what does that actually involve? The article talks about your squad, right? Leveraging your network.
Yeah, the power in your immediate circle. It says even a small group, maybe just friends with different skills. One friend codes, another teaches, another is tired of the system. That's enough to start.
Enough to start. I like that. Not needing some huge organization.
Not at all. And the steps are so grounded. Sit down, list what's broken, write what you can fix. Start right there with what's in front of you, with who's around you.
Simple, but powerful.
And what's really key here is this focus on the micro level. The source actually says you'll be shocked how quickly you can build when people commit to action instead of waiting.
That's motivating, because waiting is easy. Complaining is easy.
Exactly. Everyone can complain, very few build. That line really stuck with me. And this approach, starting small, starting local, start with your street, start with your school, start with your neighbor. It's designed to ripple outwards.
So you don't need permission or media coverage or anything like that.
No, you build quietly. You let your results speak. Imagine like a few neighbors fixing the potholes on their block, then showing the next block how. That's organic change.
That makes sense. But, okay, we can't talk about building a unified Kenya without hitting that massive roadblock the article tackles directly. Tribalism.
Right, a hugely sensitive issue, but they don't shy away from it at all.
No, the warnings are incredibly stark. Kenya cannot eat tribalism.
Facebook memes will not grow the economy.
No one will give you a job because of your surname. No one is investing in village drama. It's blunt.
Very blunt. And the core message is that tribal thinking is a trap. If you stay stuck there, you stay stuck forever. It paints it as pure stagnation.
But how is it a trap? And who benefits from this trap? The article gets into that too.
It does, and it's quite chilling. It says, every time Kenyans fight each other, corruption wins. And even more directly, division makes other people rich.
Wow.
Then comes that powerful plea, stop helping the thieves win. It argues that focusing on tribal identity, defending your community in that narrow sense, can actually act as a smokescreen.
A smokescreen for what?
For those who are actually exploiting the whole country. By keeping people divided, fighting amongst themselves, those who thrive on chaos and corruption maintain their grip.
So the call is to rise above tribal politics and think bigger. Because staying divided just serves the interests of those holding the nation back.
Exactly. It asks you to think, how might my own assumptions, my own conversations be playing into that division, even unintentionally? Or how can I actively fight against it?
Okay, so if blame is a dead end and tribalism is a trap, what's the pathway forward? How do all these potential builders connect? The article introduces Quantum Notum.
Yes, the platform itself. KWM argues quite optimistically that Kenya is full of builders, coders, teachers, designers, farmers, people with solutions and ideas.
They're already there.
They're already there. The problem, KWM says, is they just need a place to connect and act.
And Quantum Notum is presented as that place.
Right. And connecting this to the bigger picture, a platform like this fills a huge gap. It provides structure for that collaboration we've been talking about.
How does the article define it? It seemed very specific.
Very specific. This is not another noisy Facebook group. This is not another political battleground. Instead, Quantum Notum is a builder's clubhouse.
A builder's clubhouse. I like that image.
Me too. A serious space. No abuse, no insults, no tribal fights, just action. The entire point is for smart people find each other. They start local groups, they plan real projects, they move Kenya forward.
So it's designed to filter out the noise and facilitate actual work.
Precisely. A tool for those quiet builders to find each other, organize, and, amplify what they can do together.
Which brings us right back to you, the listener. If this resonates, if you feel like a builder or want to be one, this is the invitation. This is the call to action from the Kenya Quantum Notum movement. Visit www.quantumnotum.com. That's WANTANOTAM.com and create your account. Start sharing your ideas that can help change your village, your city, your nation.
It's about stepping up and joining that space.
Absolutely. Now let's touch on something else. The article highlights this imbalance between who gets heard. Media often focuses on politicians, maybe loud but not always constructive voices.
While the actual problem solvers, the builders, often remain silent.
Exactly. And KWM says that silence ends now.
Mhm.
Quantum Notum is meant to give quiet builders the microphone.
It's not about chasing likes or clicks.
No, it's chasing results. It's about giving those smart ideas a platform because Kenya needs their voice now more than ever.
And there's a real urgency here. KWM warns that silence is dangerous. It argues if you're not speaking, not organizing, not building, you are surrendering your future. You're letting others decide for you.
That's a heavy thought. Surrendering your future.
It is. It's an urgent push to reclaim that agency, to step up. It's about building something sustainable beyond just the next election cycle.
Which ties into that powerful mantra they repeat. Speak, share, organize, build.
Your voice matters, your street matters, your action matters. It's reinforcing that individual and local power. Staying silent means you lose.
And this ties perfectly into the final major point, moving beyond short-term politics.
Yeah.
KWM declares this whole movement is bigger than the next election.
Which is such an important perspective. Politicians will come and go, governments will change, but Kenya will remain.
Yeah, so the advice is stop betting everything on the next big politician in a suit. Instead,
Bet on your team, bet on your WhatsApp group, bet on your street, bet on your neighborhood. That's where real national power lives. It's about investing in the grassroots in the long term.
decentralizing hope, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
putting it back in communities.
I think so. And for anyone feeling overwhelmed, thinking, where do I even start, or I don't have resources, the article tackles that directly.
What does it say?
Waiting will kill your idea. Just blunt. You don't need millions. If you have Wi-Fi, you have enough to start.
Wow, okay. So use the tools you have.
Exactly. Post, connect, build your team, start today. It really brings everything together. Active citizenship, small steps, using the tools available, independent of politics.
And then it ends with that really sobering thought, reminding us what's at stake. Kenya is not a meme factory. It's not entertainment.
Oof. Yeah, that hits hard. Memes are funny until your cousin is stuck in a hospital with no medicine.
Until your neighbor's child dies from hunger.
Until your small business collapses under fake taxes. It makes it intensely personal.
It does. This is not a game. It's your life. It's your future. And that final, powerful line, Kenya will only change when you stop laughing at the problem and start fixing it.
It really boils everything down to that choice. Observe and critique, or engage and build.
What a journey, really, through this KWM vision, from identifying the problems, the blame, the division, to laying out a clear path for action through local teams, self-reliance, and using tools like Quantum Notum.
It's fundamentally about shifting energy, isn't it? From passive frustration to active creation, building the country you want bit by bit.
Quietly, consistently. So we want to reiterate that direct invitation from the Kenya Quantum Note app movement. Join Quantum Notum. Build the Kenya you deserve.
Take that step.
And the immediate action you can take right now. Visit www.quantumnotam.com. Again, that's WANTAMNOTAM.com and create your account. Start sharing your ideas, connect with others, find your project.
Turn listening into doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the final thought we leave you with today. What single quiet action can you commit to starting on your street, in your community, maybe even just online in the Quantum Notum space, starting this week to help build the Kenya you deserve?
Something small, something concrete.
Just start. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening to the Kenya Quantum Notum Movement KWM podcast.